It's a beautiful day. Hey, everybody. It's a beautiful day out here in West by God, West Virginia. It's Fawcett from Tales from Heaven. How are y'all doing today? We're taking a little trip to Rescue Me Westby. Let's go inside and talk to the president and lead spokesman of Rescue Me Westby, Miss Dawn. All right, Miss Dawn. All right, what are the common misconceptions and myths about animal rescue?
I'm sure there's many, but probably one of the biggest myths is everybody thinks it's really hard to adopt from a rescue, and it's really not. We're just looking for the best home for that dog that we can possibly find. So if there's 5 people who put in applications, only one can be chosen, but it's going to be the best home that specifically fits that dog. That dog may have special needs, like a 6-foot fence, or it may have medical needs, someone who has experience in medical. So some people get a little upset and disappointed when they don't get the dog that they choose first, but just keep watching our page, keep watching other rescue pages. You will definitely find your soulmate sooner or later. Just takes a little time and a little research.
Awesome. As an animal lover such as yourself and caretaker, what are the recommendations that you would give to somebody who's looking forward to an adoption?
I would say, do your homework. Go out and definitely investigate and research the rescue that you're looking at, whether it be us or someone else. We welcome anybody to talk to any of our past fosters, our adopters. You just want to make sure that that facility is legit. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that call themselves 501c3s and rescues, but a lot of them don't have the animal's best interest at heart. So you want to make sure that that rescue is doing what they're supposed to be doing and taking care of their animals to the fullest of their ability, which means vetting them until everything is totally medically done before they're adoptable. We do an foster to adopt program that they have to foster first. That way it helps them and us know that it's the perfect home for the dog. Because just because they choose that dog, the dog gets in their home, doesn't mean it's going to be the right dog. So we give them a period of time through the medical, and even if the dog has no medical, it'd still be at least a 2-week foster to adopt program.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a great amount of time to get acclimated to their new environment, as well as the potential adopter or foster to get acclimated to the animal.
It's not always a fast process. Some dogs may be in medical care for 2 months, 3 months. I mean, we've had some, Henry was in medical care, was one of our first dogs that we pulled since we got this building. I guess probably we rescued Henry in late November, early December, and Henry was just adopted last Saturday.
Wow.
So you never know. I mean, some dogs don't need as much medical care. We tend to pull a lot of medical cases. That's what we do, or dogs that are at risk for euthanasia. So you never know what their health, but we vet them from A to Z, everything 100% before that we allow them to be adopted.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. As a rescue ranger, what are some the hardest parts about letting go when your foster finds that perfect home?
Well, to me, they're all kind of like my own. You get them in, you get attached to them. No matter how much time you spend with them, they all have their own little quirks and things that are true to your heart. So anytime we see them go, it puts a little touch on our heart, and but it's never a goodbye for us, because our motto here, we try to be a little different than a lot of other rescues, is we stay in contact with that owner for the rest of that dog's life. We don't just adopt them out and goodbye, you're gone. I mean, we ask our adopters to send us pictures, a couple times a year, so we can put it on our page and show our followers what's going on and how the dog's progressing. And that's a way for us to keep track of the dog as well. So we don't just adopt them out and they're gone. So they're always in our hearts, and they're always close by. And we always have the right to go visit anytime we want.
That's amazing. That's amazing. How long have you rescued?
I got into the rescue business kind of on my own a little bit first. And, I was just helping people who were rehoming or needed medical care. But in 2018 is when, actually before that, I started with Friends for Life out of Berkeley Springs and started helping them with some fundraising and just some small stuff. But I wanted to do more. And then I met the girls from Rescue Me West Virginia, in 2018 during the Christmas stocking project, where they do stockings for all the shelter pets in Berkeley, Morgan, and Jefferson County.
Wow.
So that's how I kind of got started. So that was the beginning of everything at that point, and where we started to progress with Rescue Me. Rescue Me's been around since 2017. So
wow, that's amazing. Now that we've been on lockdown thanks to C-19, has there been a rise in rehoming? And if so, what does Rescue Me West Virginia have to do with that?
So in the beginning, that's what we thought. There'd be a lot of people, because people were financially in trouble and having hardships. So we thought, oh, the shelters are going to get packed and there are going to be so many dogs. But it was actually the opposite of that during COVID-19. It actually, everyone wanted to adopt a dog. Everyone was home, so it was the perfect time to adopt a dog. So our shelters were empty at many times. There was many times that there was no dogs in the Humane Society here. And that was wonderful. That's what we love to see. And we would pull from other areas just to get dogs here to be adopted, because not all areas were that way. There's other areas that are just totally overpopulated and will never have an empty shelter like we had the opportunity to have here. But now, unfortunately, people are going back to work, and what we're seeing now is some of those people are dumping those dogs back at the Humane Society.
Wow.
So that's really discouraging, because they kind of had a lot of time with them. So they should be trained and acclimated to their homes. And, I would like to just say to people that just because you're going back to work doesn't mean you have to bring your dog back. I mean, there's options, and, people who can come in and walk your dog, or, if they have a potty issue, crate them.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want them, pottying in the house, then there's other areas and things that we can help you with that would make you we want you to be able to keep your dogs. We don't want you to rehome your dogs. Dogs aren't temporary in our lives. Dogs are permanent fixtures.
Absolutely.
They are here forever. They're going to love you endlessly like no other.
Absolutely.
Till the day they're gone. There's no love like it.
No love like it. All right. What does Rescue Me West V's look for in a potential adoption from their potential human to their household?
Well, it's different with every dog. Every dog has their specific needs, everywhere from medical care to, medicated baths, lots of medications, some need exercises, physical therapy. We do ask that our fosters transport the dogs back and forth to the vets.
Mm-hmm.
So every dog has something different that they need. So when a dog is ready to be fostered, we ask for applications, and we go through those applications very in depth. Everything from vet checks to reference checks to home checks, and we choose the best adopter for that dog, whether it be because that dog needs a 6-foot fence, or because that dog needs a retired person who wants to be around somebody, wants to just be a lap dog. So the only objective in all that to us is the perfect home and the perfect match for the dog, because once we get that dog into a home, we don't ever want it to leave again. And if it does, there are sorts of situations that happen, then the dog in our contract comes back to us.
Wow.
Nowhere else.
Nowhere else.
No.
Always home, no matter where they are.
Yep, we will always take care of them, no matter what.
All right. And rescue takes a lot out of us. It really does. How do you, Miss Dawn, maintain the motivation and the dedication to continue to keep doing what you're doing?
Wow. It does take a lot out of you sometimes, but in the end, when you see the happy stories and, you bring the dogs in we pull dogs from Berkeley, Morgan, and Jefferson County predominantly that are set for euthanization or that are sick. We pull a lot of medical cases. So bringing those dogs in and seeing them through until they're ready to be adopted, the end story is always the oh my gosh, it was well worth it no matter what we had to go through. So there's nothing that would ever say that it wasn't worth it. We would ever say, any of us, that, we have an amazing board that helps us through everything and everybody works together. Yes, it's hard. And we go through some cases that, some dogs have been very neglected, and it's very sad. If they could only talk, we say. We say that saying so many times, if they could only talk, but would we really want to hear what they say? Probably not.
No.
But Sorry. Gets me
It's
a little
okay.
emotional,
It's okay.
but yeah, the happy ending, and that we can follow them through their whole life and know that they've found their forever, where before they probably might have had a very bad situation.
Absolutely.
Just making that change in their life and knowing that they have a good home, a warm bed to sleep in, and a good owner who loves them forever till the end of their day.
Wow. 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 Rescue Me, Westby, working together, saving lives, one dog at a time. For more information, please don't hesitate to go to www.rescuemewestvirginia.org. Take some pictures. Just scroll around. They have everything here for all of your fur friend needs.
Well, the good thing is most of it, we didn't have to use our dog money. Most everything was donated. The floor, even the guy donated. It's like a $10,000 to do a floor like this.
Mm-hmm. It's all good. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. And the fact that at one point in time, this building was a puppy mill, and now it is here to save the many precious lives of our four friends. What a blessing it really is. So much to be thankful for. Wow. What an amazing day. I am so full and so happy and filled with so much gratitude to even be in this amazing facility with Miss Dawn, along with so many people in several counties here in this state that work their asses off just for these four-legged creatures to truly find their forever homes. It's a blessing. Oh my gosh, so much in store for Rescue Me West Virginia. RescueMeWestV.org. They have a grand opening coming up in the middle of June. There's so much to do. There's so much to see and so many beautiful people to connect with. Oh my gosh, Miss Dawn, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So guys, if you have any questions or if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, hit these people up. They're more than happy and more than welcome to welcome you home. It's Falsette from Tales from Heaven, Pet Loss and Bereavement Counseling, Anticipatory Bereavement, Pet Loss, Animal Communication, Life Skills, and Love. Telling you guys to be well, stay well, and even more, love more. Y'all take care. Have an amazing, great day. Mwah. Peace. And if anybody is familiar with this facility out here, if you didn't know, this was a former pet store, aka Pet Mill in Berkeley County, of all places. And Ms. Dawn worked so hard along with so many other volunteers to provide for this county, as well as a place that we can teach, treat, and also give back to the community. This is Rescue Me West Virginia.